Hey Pisces, Tempted Empress here with your full moon reading for the full moon in Cancer 2018. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It will resonate for some. It will not resonate for everyone. I feel like that is like the standard across the board for like all readings, all general readings, I want to say. I did pull from the Spirit Animal Oracle. I did it again. And the Serpent Fire deck. This full moon is taking place in the 5th house, which the fifth house is the house of actually love and pleasure, entertainment. You do have Cancer on your 5th house though. Your 5th house is Cancer. All things beautiful. It's kind of a Venus type of house to me. It's a house of fun, which is interesting because this spread does not look like fun to me. It looks like fun, but work fun, I guess. The most fun is, I guess, the fact that this looks like career or business to me. For the Spirit Animal Oracle, we have the Stag Spirit, the Mouse Spirit, the Otter Spirit, and the Squirrel Spirit. For the Tarot, we have Knight of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, 4 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, King of Wands, 9 of Swords. And I had to clarify that, and the only reason why I clarified that is because it's all the way at the end, and I just could not leave the end like that. And I pulled from Morgan Greer, and I got the Ace of Rods, which I feel like there's a lot going on here. You do have 2 aces. You have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Rods. I definitely feel like this spread is talking about career or business. Not necessarily, or work I should say, but not necessarily a job. I feel like with the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands, these are not necessarily people. This is your business. I feel like the Knight of Wands is really taking things to a new level from the page. Just being really fiery, really passionate about what you're into, what you're trying to do, your aims. And it brings the Wheel of Fortune in. It brings good juju. It brings good things. It brings great opportunity. But with the 4 of Swords, I feel like the 4 of Swords is either saying you need rest, or the Wheel of Fortune will grant you rest. One or the other. I also feel like this may just put you in a place where you can work from home. Hang on. But this 4 of Swords is not the same as your typical 4 of Swords. This 4 of Swords is more of emerging, which is another reason. I feel like you take your stuff to the next level. You add some aspect to your business or your career or whatever work you're trying to do or whatever work it is you're trying to bring forward. Some good stuff comes in, some opportunity comes in, some visibility, I feel like, comes in, and then you are able to really emerge because of all this hard work you're doing with the Eight of Pentacles, or because of all this hard work that you did put in with the Eight of Pentacles. If this was a traditional Four of Swords, I would say it does give you the opportunity to work from home, but I feel like you might think that working from home will be a breeze, and it's still quite a bit of work with the, like you're hammering away with the Eight of Pentacles. And this Eight of Pentacles is not your typical Eight of Pentacles either, but it is about kind of a balancing. It says crystallization in like the book for this deck. So the top row is pretty solid. Things are happening. The ball is moving. Things are rolling. Things are coming together. But then at the bottom we have the Ten of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and then the Nine of Swords. With the Ten of Wands, I feel like there's just a lot going on. It's a lot. Overwhelm. Maybe a lot. You know, you feel like you have a lot on your plate. What is this? That's my actual card. Like you're like, no more. Look at that person in this. Look at that figure in there. She's like, okay, I'm good. The light is too bright. And that looks like an eclipse. And then I feel like even more new things come in. Even more new dough. Even more new work. More new clients. More new things. And it levels you up. Like you skip a level to the king. Like you're there. You're officially there. And I feel like, I don't know. I kind of feel like with the Nine of Swords, this Nine of Swords is not the same Nine of Swords, but she is a self-saboteur. She really is. I feel like maybe there's so much overwhelm with everything that's going on that she can't help but sabotage herself because she cannot wrap her mind around everything. This is a great spread, and at the same time it's a bad spread. And then you have the Ace of Rods, which is even new, like business, new passions. So I guess it's not that bad. It's not as bad as I first seen it, but I've seen this Ten of Wands and I'm just like, uh-oh. And I've seen this Nine of Swords and I'm just like, really like, uh-oh. But this can be even passive aggression. And this does not have to be your energy. This could be someone else's energy. It could just be like you get to where you're going, like you really do. All of these cards support you getting to where you're going. Each and every single last one of them. Even the Ten of Wands. Because the Ten of Wands is saying that you get so much work, you're like overwhelmed. But that's a good thing. I feel like that's always a good thing. As long as you can pace yourself. I mean, you won't be able to do everything, but as long as you can pace yourself and still do things, this is good. Like this is busy. But busy is good. Busy is not necessarily a bad thing. It can be overwhelming, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. But then you have this Nine of Swords. Somebody, I don't feel like this is you. And it could be the King of Wands, but I don't think these kings, I don't think the Knight and the King are people. I definitely think that they are levels in your business or the work that you're doing or your I feel like this is definitely entrepreneurship. At the top it says take the lead, which like duh. Like even more so is like you're the boss. Tend to the small things, read the fine print, which when you're a boss you really have to do this. Like you have to do this otherwise, but I feel like when you're working with someone, there's always someone who will, there's always a second set of eyes. When you are the boss and it is your company, you have to be every set of eyes. And I feel like that is what this card is saying. With the Otter, it says you are never alone, which I feel like really just means that do not be afraid to call on other people for support. Do not be afraid to call on other people for help. I'm sure you know quite a few people, and I am sure there are people around you that can help you with whatever you need help with. I'm sure there are people you can actually hire that are trustworthy and you can count on. And then the Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. With Acorn. There you have it. I feel like you and Gemini, I feel like the mutables are coming into this work for self moment. They're coming into this work for self mood, and it's a good thing. I'm a Pisces, and this definitely resonates for me. Happy New Year, everyone. I will see you guys in January. I hope it's a good one, and